which he claims is the key to the flying saucer's energy source.
You take the cap off here, and the fuel that propels this thing is a piece of element 115. Bob said that we have 500 pounds of this stuff at Los Alamos. They shoot protons into the tip of that element 115 right there.
Yeah.
And what it does is it bumps it up to 116, and it instantaneously decays.
The number 115 represents how many protons are in the element's atomic nucleus. Lazar claims bombarding element 115 with additional protons raises the number to 116. But the new creation is unstable and quickly breaks apart, releasing enormous amounts of energy. The entire process, according to Lazar, enables flying saucers to break conventional laws of gravity and travel at incredible speeds.
Here is our saucer, here is space. What they can do is pull space towards them and wrap it around the craft. That's what enables them to travel through space at, hundreds of light years.
While most scientists dispute Lazar's claims about the physics of element 115, John Lear and Bob Lazar contend that it's only beginning to be understood.
For anybody who thinks that flying saucers are a myth, a delusion, a hoax, John confirmed everything. John was deeper inside than anybody has ever been, except for Bob Lazar.
The activities inside Area 51 may be out of view, but at the perimeter, the operation is all too public. Pat and Susan are now at the northeast corner of the restricted area. When they notice, they are not alone.
There you go, right there. Camo dudes on that hill.
Is that them?
It's definitely them.
What are they doing?
They're watching us. There's two guys in there. You want to see?
You see, there are two guys actually in the vehicle? Did their lights just turn on?
Yes, it did.
I was wondering if there was anyone in the car.
Right.
And they sort of turn on their lights to respond to that.
In the distance, surveillance units are monitoring both video and audio in the area.
And see, you can see the sensors right there, keeping an eye on us.
Despite being tracked, Pat and Susan continue on to the perimeter.
You can see there's a new sign they've put over the old one. The old signs had "violators will be shot," which was a little intense.
Wow.
And so now they've got these signs.
Well, what's this one say? Warning, U.S. Air Force installation. It is unlawful to enter this area without permission of the installation commander. All personnel and the property under their control are subject to search. Wow.
As Pat and Susan begin walking along the orange posts outlining the border, security always maintains a constant line of sight.
Well, they reposition themselves so they can see better exactly what we're doing. They want to see where we're going to go and what exactly we're going to do.
They're watching us right now.
Yeah, they probably have binoculars trained on us right now.
I'd like to get out of here.
Okay.
Can we go?
We can go.
After seeing the tight security up close, Pat tackles a new vantage point. But this one involves a treacherous hike up a steep 8,000-foot peak that will finally reveal Area 51.
We're getting images of Area 51 in high definition, of the likes of which people have never seen before.
For years, the secrets of Area 51 have mystified UFO and military researchers alike. On common satellite images, the details aren't clear. There are several runways, numerous large buildings, and several other nondescript structures. These images don't capture the base fully operational. 22 miles off-road from the nearest town, Pat is meeting with experienced Area 51 guide Glenn Campbell, and the two will hike up to a vantage point named Tickaboo Peak. From the top, they'll be able to see the base with their own eyes.
We're about to set up our day camp because we're here a little early. The sun is still out, and we want to do this hike at night. We want to be there at sunrise. That's the prime time to see Area 51 in the morning when the sun is coming up.
While Pat and Glenn Campbell set up a base camp for the night, 20 miles away, Dr. Ted Ackworth is surveying the skies over Groom Lake. Midway between the Nevada towns of Rachel and Alamo sits a stretch of road where UFOs are frequently reported in the airspace above Area 51. These actual images from over the clandestine base were captured here by amateur videographers.
To put this to the test, we've actually contracted with a surveillance company out of Las Vegas, Southwest Surveillance. They're bringing in 3 high-resolution video cameras, which we will orient towards Area 51 and see if we capture anything on tape.
The 3 cameras are set up 100 feet apart and will continuously record a panoramic portion of the skies above Area 51 for the next 3 days. If there's any strange aerial activity over the base, day or night, these cameras will capture it. As nightfall comes, Pat and Glenn Campbell are preparing for the long hike to the top of Tickaboo Peak. Tickaboo Peak is 26 miles away from Area 51 and is the only current location to legally view the base.
We had to come across 22 miles of dirt road to get here. We have to hike this very difficult hike up to the top of the peak, so it's not something that people are going to do every day.
It's midnight. I'm here at the base of Tickaboo Peak at about 6,900 feet. The air is very dry, and I'm already feeling the altitude a little bit.
Though the hike is only a mile in distance, it requires a 1,000-foot ascent over steep and treacherous terrain. Pat and Glenn must often crawl on their hands and knees through scree, a combination of loose rock and dirt.
We've been hiking for a while now. The incline is steep at a certain point, so this is not easy. For those who are attempting this, you have to be an experienced climber. This is not for beginners. You could easily fall to your death here.
The night hike takes Pat and Glenn nearly 3 hours.
Are we almost there?
We're just about there, over the next ridge here.
As they cross the ridge, the most elusive base in the world comes into view.
You wanted Area 51. There it is.
Oh my gosh. It's huge.
The base is still 26 miles away, but the stillness of the Nevada desert air and the lack of humidity gives a